Well, g'day everybody and welcome back to the Hardball Gets AFL show. This podcast is brought to you by the Mazda BT50. You do ute. Today on the show, it's the 2-minute warning after the first week of finals. Today, we're going to take a look at the best player at each team in 5 years' time. If you haven't subscribed to the pod, it's a bit late in the season, but might as well give it a go. Leave us a rating, leave us a review, tell your mates. All right, let's get stuck in. This is the Hardball Gets AFL show. My name's Nick Rynne, joined by Xavier Ellis and Ryan Daniels. You didn't like what was it? What's the best way to describe it? Best player in 5 years' time.
Yeah, but then the wild card, mate. The wild card's what people want to hear.
Yeah, that's the sexy bit.
Yeah, that's the sexy bit, mate.
Wild card.
You're still at the Blue Light Disco kissing, mate. I'm back in the hotel room having fun.
You had a hotel room after your blue light?
I think I did back at school.
That's how Tom Green was born, remember?
Yeah,
we worked that out.
That was year 10. Sorry, Tom. Have you seen that thing where Tom Green's walking off the ground?
Smoke?
Yeah, 11
grounds.
Yeah.
We'll bring all the smoke.
Something like come get your smoke or something?
Yeah.
I love it.
Can we insert that in here?
Yeah, look,
Yeah, we can insert it. Ready? Ready?
Go, Josh.
Go, Josh.
Anytime, any place, 11 venues, free smoke wherever you want it.
Yeah, so good, so
The
good.
apple hasn't fallen far from the tree.
You would have said stuff like that too.
No, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Yes,
mate, yeah.
great. Personality.
I love that. That was the best win of the weekend. Even though there were other tighter games, I just enjoyed that a lot.
I enjoyed it, yeah. I enjoyed it. I think St Kilda were dead.
Yes.
Yeah, same. And I'm also enjoying the subtle return of big sound memes, which is going to get even crazier. That if it's another week, we're back even further.
I don't think the Giants post. No, they didn't. When that St Kilda girl does the
it was so
Owen.
good.
Knock.
Shut up,
knock.
bitch.
That was so good.
And then the other one.
So she does a good job too. Credit to her.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
she's
You
made a
need those
thing.
people in footy.
She's made a thing. She's made a thing.
She's a thing. You got a lot of people who make a thing.
That's true.
Any other moments stood out from the weekend?
Nah, I've been busy working, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just been in the warehouse, moving boxes.
How good was our boy Errol in that last quarter
mate.
on Friday night?
Unbelievable.
He was everywhere. Did you see that there was the intercept mark down back, which you're waiting for everyone to fly, and the smallest bloke flies and grabs it. But then there was the one where it should have gone through
He
for
didn't
a
get
point.
the coaches' votes.
No, he didn't get hardly any.
So
Got two. Was it two?
I don't know what it was, but I'm going to say I went to war on my group chat. I'm out of favour on there. I don't get too many agreements.
Really?
Sam Walsh is a good footballer.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah.
disposals, most contested, most inside 50, most clearances,
Yeah.
and one other we don't talk about him.
No, he goes
No,
about it.
he's
He's one
under
of
the
the
radar.
unnoticeable. He had that 30, and you're like, if you had said he had 20, I wouldn't have been surprised. But he
No,
had
I
30
knew
and
he
that
had
many
30.
contested. Oh, yeah, had an idea of where it
I
ended.
knew where he was very closely. Gee whiz, it was a bad weekend.
You know what? I actually watched every single game of football on the weekend.
Did ya?
So the first time for this season, and it was really good. I was like, I like footy. This is very enjoyable.
So what I am liking,
He's been a footy journalist
good
for a
mate.
decade.
There's 5 games to
He's
go.
been on a footy podcast for, what are we, 5 years into this? And he's just gone, you know what, footy's not bad.
I really
Who's that
enjoyed
number
myself.
16?
Footy's pretty good.
Do you know
think
what I
it's-
tuned in for on the weekend, actually? I locked in as a Sydney Swans supporter. Thank you for making the 8-2. It was very important to me. But I was like, righto, where's Stevens? I want to see what Stevens can
Dylan
do.
Stevens.
Where's Dill Stevens?
You need to change the
Didn't
scene.
even get a game.
Need to change the scenery.
Did not
This
even
is
get
what
a
I mean.
game.
I tell you what, how many messages did you get? Have you heard anything about the Joel Hamling rumour Trey Rusco
yeah.
trade? I had like 6
Mate,
people
so it's
message me about it.
knocking down the message boards.
And then today, someone actually tweeted us saying, so Dylan Stevens is off for a fresh start, or someone tweeted needs a fresh start.
Hey, tag
And
us
someone
in.
wrote, oh, it's a clean trade with Tom Barras, apparently.
And for anyone who didn't listen to last week, Nick came up with some absurd
You gotta look
trades
at
in our
I did
fantasy
like-
trade.
he didn't get the brief.
not get the brief.
Yeah, I learned a lesson about going
Did you-
first
did
when
you-
you're not quite on board with the brief.
Yeah. Yeah, at least if you go third, you got a chance to
you
change.
change
He's
it up
adjusting
by
it
then.
on the run.
So I've got to trade Nick Dacos, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, and I've been hit up that many times by me saying Oscar was 26. He's 25 next year before round 1.
There you
so
go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Apologies for
You
saying
had
he's
him
26.
washed up.
Wow,
He's
mate.
25 before round 1.
There you go.
Retire.
He
It's
still
time
won't
for you-
play finals.
Time for you to step away from the mic, mate. You're making those kind of mistakes.
I was looking for stuff to give him shit about, but all he's been posting about for the last week and a half is Sports Nuts. There's nothing else. So all these other deals that he's got with his other swag that he gets, they're just on the back burner. If I was one of his influenced companies, I'd be getting a little concerned.
Yeah, the wild track's going well, actually. No, I will say you've pulled me into it. If just jump on Sports Nuts Instagram, give us a follow. That's all. Just give us a follow.
Just want to follow on Sports
Just
Nuts?
give us a follow.
Sports Nuts.
What are you at the moment?
Because I do a lot of stuff here. Just give us a follow out of goodness of your heart.
Hang on, what are we at?
You do a lot
Let's
of
try
stuff,
to get to
Oh, well, I could just not do this, and then there's no content.
Sports Nuts. So you're
there it
currently
is.
at 1,600,
That's
16.
good in a week.
Yeah.
Good. It's a picture of nuts.
All right, if we can get you to 3,000, can we get you to 3,000?
No, we won't get to 3,000, but I'd love to get to 2,000.
Oh,
we can
get
do
you to
that. We should be able to do
2,000,
that by the end of the week.
Sports Nuts, just how do you? I don't even know what the profile picture is.
It's a pair of nuts.
nuts.
Yeah, like peanuts.
Yeah, peanuts.
Yeah.
The description is passion isn't part-time.
Nah, so you take your jumpers into summer.
Official AFL licensed swimwear. Quintessentially Australian, just like Zave.
Yep.
This is right.
Yep.
All right.
They're all right. You keep sniffing around for a free one.
I'm still
Yeah,
waiting. I
yeah,
keep
I know.
seeing
We've been
everybody
waiting
else
here forever.
posting, and then he reposts the free swag that he's given out, but we're still waiting.
Yeah, I know.
Hey?
We just see you in the trenches every
and
week.
now he's asking us to pump it up. You know, that means we're influencers.
No, my kids don't have any either, to be honest.
Is that right?
No.
They got all the prototypes.
Nah,
Just say
well,
they've been
yeah.
photographed in every club colour, but they
No,
don't have them.
before December,
Okay.
I'll have some in.
Good. Thank
Okay,
you.
well, here we
With
go.
some shorts. I'll get you the shorts too.
Oh, the shorts
Okay.
are coming, are
yeah,
they?
next week.
Shorts as
Oh,
well.
Hello.
Yeah, boardies.
Oh, wow. Are they just generic or are they club colour as
So
well?
they match.
Yep.
They're footy shorts, but they're boardy, so you can wear with t-shirts or whatever.
great.
But they're not
Do they
AFL
match?
logoed.
Oh, nice.
Sure.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, so we're doing the best player in 5 years' time plus a throw at the stumps.
Yes, so I'll just make it a little bit sexier than that. So we've done this before, but what we do is we forecast
It was
forward.
your concept, so yeah, you should
and we go,
introduce it properly.
in 5 years' time, who is going to be the best player at your club? Now, you have to take, obviously, age is the main factor in there, development, where's the other guys going?
Have they got another level?
Have they got another level to go to? And this year we thought, let's throw it in because it can be obvious in some cases. You can figure out who those clubs are, Collingwood, for instance. But let's have a throw at the stumps. Is there someone else on the list whose ceiling could be huge that might just, you never know?
A magical sprinkle of dust lands on them
Yep.
and they just become something.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. And maybe the guy who we think is a certainty doesn't pan out the way we think and someone else steps up. Let's go.
All right, so we'll pick. Well, I will just go around and someone pick off their list.
Yeah.
Like you get to pick
Okay.
any of your six.
I love how
clubs.
he's just completely given up on orders now.
Yeah,
'cause
no, which makes sense. Just shoot.
All right, go. You're right.
'cause
No, you
his
start us. Yeah,
orders
you're
are terrible,
I'm
typically.
not starting.
Okay, I'm going to jump in first. Do you want me to go a good one or a boring one?
What?
Well, because if I save the
Don't
good
start
ones
with boring.
later...
Don't start with boring.
Well, we
So-
started with boring last week. People still got around
yeah,
it. So.
no, no,
Okay, well, I've got two boring ones. I'll start with one of the good ones.
Yeah.
Let's go with Hawthorn. Okay. Now, the list is young, obviously. Firstly, I wanted to rule out James Sicily because he'll be 33 at the time.
Yeah.
Chances are he's probably still playing, but he's on his last legs. Mitch Lewis, how old do you reckon he's going to be in 5 years?
30.
Yeah, he'll be 29 going on 30, just about 30. The
Oh,
one
for
that
you, Cox Max, Oscar Allen's in his prime, but you've ruled him out.
you ruled him out. I haven't ruled out Mitch Lewis. I just
Yeah.
said, what's his age?
Yeah,
Oh,
a
he's
loaded
about to come
question.
into the discussion.
Yeah, right, okay.
Now, you would say right now John Newcombe is probably their best player. He's
No,
going
Will Day.
Well, wait, hold on a minute. Suspense.
Mate, you stop asking me questions if you don't want me to answer.
Okay, Will Day is the guy.
Yeah.
Will Day is going to be their best player in 5 years' time. We saw enough this year to say it's not just flashes. We're not concerned about his durability. He's not just a wing or a halfback. This guy is the package. He
Yeah.
could be anything. He's got the body size. He's got the skill. He's got the nous. So I think Will Day's...
I think that's the obvious one.
They've got some other great players, and I thought about Josh Ward, and I feel like Newcomb's just going to be a solid dude who everyone kind of goes past, but he stays like a really good level.
This is what he is. Yeah.
Ward has incredible potential. He'll be 25. Day will be 27 in 5 years, by the way, as well.
Okay.
Jeez, that's
Ward
nice.
will be 25. The other one that I want to have a throw at the stumps on as my wild card is Connor McDonald. I love this
My
kid.
little brother,
Yeah.
my little brother reckons he could be the best of
Yep.
the lot.
I really like him. He's
But my little brother never gets it right. So
okay.
No,
Well,
he
I'm on
does,
board
he
with your
does.
little brother. No, he's very skillful. He's a bit hard as well. Like he's
Yeah.
under the radar hard. I'm a big fan of his. He'll be 25, same draft as Ward, but they got a heap of talent. Cam McKenzie will be 24 as well.
Weddle.
Yeah, throw him in there. Weddle will be 26, I think. By the, is he
No,
18?
I think he's
18.
only
Is he?
18.
Is he 18? Oh,
first
wow, he's a
year.
big boy.
First year.
So let's put Weddle on the back end list. But I would have Connor McDonald as
Gee,
my
that's
wild card throw.
That's a tasty list, isn't it?
Do you know what Hawthorn
I've got one
supporters
other one
wish
that's
you were saying?
tasty.
Denver Granger. They need a centre half
he'd
back.
be-
They need
yeah.
but it won't happen.
He'd be 26 at the time.
That would
Yep.
be ideal, but it won't be.
Yeah. The trick for him will be, can they keep him long enough
No.
and develop him long enough to replace Sicily? But that won't happen.
Because Sicily's there.
Yep.
Dave, what do you got?
I don't give St Kilda much love. Shall we start with the Saints?
do
Go
it.
on.
So the Saints have got, at the moment, Sinclair, Steele.
Yep, that's their best guys.
The obvious choice you'd
Mo-
say.
Romo.
Romo. The obvious star in 5 years, you'd say King.
Oh, of course,
Oh,
yeah.
yep.
He won't
Sammy
be.
Taylor had a big raps for him, so a couple of Colemans.
Did he?
So you're wrapping up King. You know,
King won't be
not
the
man?
best. Nah.
No.
I'm so big on Filippo.
Yeah?
After
Filippo?
after
I thought you were
watching
gonna go
one-
somewhere else
you
with
thought I was
this.
going to say me challenge, didn't you?
No, I
Yeah,
thought you were going
yeah.
to say
Wanganeen
Miller.
Ah, yes.
Ah.
Hard to be a half-backer and be the best.
Yeah, I agree. Unless you're
That's the
Andrew
only thing-
McLeod.
the
That's
only thing I
the only
thought.
one that can really. You
The
know.
only
He
thing I
might move
thought-
into the middle,
Yeah, he could, but I'm you know my opinion on having, like, if you're a gun half-back
be a gun halfback.
and you use it so beautifully, just use it so beautifully 25 times off half-back.
Yeah.
Being a gun halfback, you've seen the size of Grant Birchall's shorts as a runner? It's very large shorts.
Does he?
I thought he looked a bit out of shape, but I think it's just the shorts.
No, he's out of shape.
You're,
okay.
a, you're a
100% out of shape.
strange man. Aren't
So
you?
That's one of my takeaways from the weekend. This is what happens when I watch footy
Too much footy.
closely.
Just wind it back 25%.
Yeah, you've gone way too far.
So Filippo's played 24 games this year, so he did the full book.
Is that right? He didn't miss a game?
No, they must play 25 with the extra round.
No, they played
24.
23 plus
Yeah,
the
plus
final.
final.
So he
yeah.
kicked 13 goals, and it was a bit of a roller coaster.
Yeah.
But I just reckon any player first year that can play centre forward, I think he's going to be a superstar.
What do
Did
you
he
think his
get a-
position is?
Did he get a rising star?
He would
Norm?
have.
He did.
He would have, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, he would have. And the one that I'm still not out on, and this is not a young one who could be the best in 5 years.
Okay. Is this a throw at the stumps?
Throw at the stumps. I'm still not out on Hunter Clark.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, like
Okay.
what was he, 29 or something in 5 years.
Yeah, he'd be 29, yeah. So he played 19 games this year. Have a guess how many were less than 70% game time?
19.
I would say probably half of them at least.
14.
Wow.
Less than 70% game time.
So what is that?
Fuck if I know.
Is that his engine?
Maybe a bit of injury.
They just get scared about 3/4 of the way through every game.
I
They get
don't
scared and
know.
pull
I
him.
don't know. Like 2019, so 4 seasons ago, young kid.
Yeah.
Finished the season with 25, 26 and 2, 23, 26, 26, 21, 22.
Oh no, we were all in on him.
Yeah.
I'm still not all out. There was a game
Okay.
the other day, he had 31% game time, or 30, and he had 18 touches.
I'll tell you what, we've had
Had 18.
two great uses of throws at the stumps so far.
So that was the reverse
Very
throw,
good.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not out.
Yeah. Everyone thought you were going to throw it at the stumps closest to
Yeah.
you, but you threw it at the other end.
Yeah, I went bowlers
Yeah,
in.
I love it. I love it.
Is anyone going to do a man cad?
Well, we haven't got through
Well, I
you
reckon
yet.
you would be the
just
man
right.
cat option.
So I'm going to go with Sydney. So the most likely ones, there's 2 blokes. And
No,
who are gonna be
one.
This
in
is
5
it's
years.
gonna
Well, you think
be-
it's-
mate, it's going to be.
Well, it's Errol.
Thank you.
Errol's going to be 26 in 5 years'
Yeah,
time. Like,
crazy.
He's already
I forgot
there. He might already be their best player.
He probably is already their
Pretty
best
sure he
player.
is.
And
He
then
certainly
Chad's,
is. He
Chad's,
is, right.
Chad's the other one in the conversation. He had a
Yeah.
dip down this year. Is his second year?
This is third year. Yeah.
Gave us 4th next
Took a
year.
half step back, but he'll be 27 in 5 years' time. So 26 and 27. That's going to be.
We still like Chad.
We still like Chad.
Just Errol's ceiling has gone
Yeah,
through the roof.
Errol
There is no ceiling.
Him and Zach Butters, but he's the cleanest, like some of the cleanest users.
And tough.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Very good.
I can't wait for the market to open up for next year's Brownlow. Dacos will open at $4.
Yeah, but won't Errol be like $6 or something
Can't
stupid?
be. It can't be.
I hope
Well, you
not.
think he was further out? He's, he
maybe
should
a
see what they
15s
do
or
this-
something.
You'd be lucky. Jump on quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just took control. Even just banging them through the goals when they couldn't get anything. He's
he's a star.
very nice player. And the long shot is personal favourite of mine, the little bull. Who they
could
played
go
in the
anywhere.
forward pocket for
Oh,
a
I know
couple
who
of
you're
games,
gonna
and then
say.
they threw him in the middle. It's Angus Sheldrick.
Okay.
Oh,
Big
Sheldrick.
Gussie.
I don't mind that.
Because he's like, when they finally put him in his position, what did he have, like 26, 30s?
Where was he at the end of the season?
he
he
was
got
injured.
injured. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he'll be what, 25-ish?
He'll be 24 in 5
Okay.
years' time. So
Can I ask
19.
a question? How much research have you done? We'll find out. How old will Amadi be? Because I know Zave
Amadi will be
loves
older
Amadi.
than
No,
we
he's
think.
older than you think.
So
Is
he'll
he?
be 27, 28.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not too bad. Keep
But,
forward.
but it's
He'll
older.
be-
Yeah, but I don't think if he's not like
Oh, yeah.
he'll have games where he'll destroy people, and then he'll have games where he's
Did you
on the weekend.
Did you consider Braden Campbell as a throw at the stumps
Well, no,
option?
he's going to be at Adelaide by that
Oh,
point.
with Dylan Stevens is gonna be
yeah,
at West
yeah,
Coast,
Dylan
so-
Stevens will be at
yeah.
West Coast,
Okay.
and that's the three-way trade.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so he'll be
Amadi.
Amadi will be 29.
Yeah, okay. So that's a wild throw at the
Yeah,
stumps.
but
He
I
could
like
also
Gussie.
he could also be playing in the VFL permanently at that
Yeah.
point.
Yes.
We don't know. Like that's a legitimate wild throw.
Yeah, Marty
Could
would
be.
be.
There's a little bit of Chol. You know, like our Chol last year was really
Oh,
good.
yeah,
You're like,
50-odd goals.
"Oh,
and
I
then-
reckon this could be something. And then he's
And
like,
then
no,
two.
he's can't
Suddenly
find
no
home.
one wants him.
Yeah.
Is it me again?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll go a pretty standard one. It's obvious. It's Collingwood. Clearly, it's going to be Nick Dacos. He'll be 25 only, right? So he's still 20, which is
It's some
insane.
great. I can't remember the last time we've had this many good, 21 and under players.
The 22 and under team, when
Could
you
be
look
all
at these
Australian team,
guys, it's freaking insane, man. And Butters is 22 or 23.
Yeah, it'd be
I think
close.
he's still 22. And then there's Rosie, and then there's Tom Green, and then there's
Yeah.
Finn Callahan. The list is insane. Anyway, on to Collingwood. Nick Dacos, clearly the guy. DeGoey will be 32 at this point, so will Moore. So I ruled those guys both out. I sort of had a rule.
Happy
over
birthday to Butters, who was on Saturday.
Oh,
Turned 23.
nice.
he turned 23 on Saturday. Beautiful. So DeGoey, I'm writing off anyone over 31.
Yeah, of
is
course.
basically my
Yeah,
rule. The wild throw at the stumps is hard because their list is old. They don't have a lot of young talent coming through.
I've got one.
I considered Josh Dacos, right? Because I was like, he's probably their second best player at this point,
Yeah.
or close to it, other than obviously DeGoey and Moore. But in terms of
Yeah.
the guys who will be under 30, he'll be 29. I don't like it. The three I put to the side as wild throws was Ed Allen hasn't even played a game yet,
Yeah,
but I
leave
do
it at that.
like him. Jacob Ryan, they're very high on, but I think he only played one and he got injured.
Just at the end of the
And
year.
then Reece McInnes, who every now and then they play, but
No, leave me
he's
out of
still
that
only
too.
25.
Bobby Hill.
Well, I thought about Bobby, but how hard is it for a small forward to be the best
Nah,
player?
but
It's very hard.
Yeah, if you can kick 50 goals.
Who can you name a small forward that's been their team's best player?
Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie at
Was he?
Carlton.
Yeah, he was a Carl at
Adelaide?
Adelaide?
Yeah.
Sloan, yeah,
No, Eddie was best.
I guess.
No, Eddie kicked 80 one year, didn't he?
Yeah, okay. So he has to be Eddie, though.
Yeah. We'll take a green.
I don't mind that because I didn't really like my throws at the stumps.
They are an old list. It's funny.
How many
think
more
of
do you
it as a
need?
young
Cyril?
Huh?
Should we keep naming them? Small forwards.
Was he
Stevie
their
Milne.
he
best
wasn't, Cyril
player
wasn't their
inside?
best
Stevie
player,
Milne.
mate.
Stevie Milne.
He had 6 guys ahead of him.
Stevie Milne. 6.
Revolt's pretty good. He was pretty good. Charlie Cameron would be the other one you'd argue at one point. Maybe. Could have been. But Lockie Neal's pretty good.
Me?
So hold on. My throw at the stumps was Bobby? Is that what
Yeah.
we got to?
Sure.
Yeah, fuck it.
Bobby.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
Let me go Gold Coast Suns.
Oh, this is
Okay.
going to be good.
Now,
Think
I think, and now this is a bit of it because I've gone St Kilda to Gold Coast, and you think I'm going to follow that trend. I think in 5 years' time, the obvious one is Ben King. Okay, ACL in the middle there.
Yeah, okay.
He kicked 47.
That wouldn't have been my obvious pick.
just
Sure, I'll let you
Well,
do your
I
pick.
can't see Anderson and those guys getting to a level.
You can't see Noah Anderson winning a Brownlow at some point?
No.
I could.
No, I can't.
Yeah, I could.
No,
I could.
not enough tricks. Great player, not enough tricks.
Okay.
But hold that thought. So Ben King's your obvious one. 47 goals, ACL 40 this year.
Yeah.
Had a rough
Did he
run.
kick 40 this year?
Yeah, rough run at the end of the
Far
year.
out.
I think he can get up to 60
Yeah.
a year.
Yeah, I think so.
No
Yeah.
dramas there.
Yeah.
You'd probably say if someone's kicking 60, arguably best player.
Yeah.
All right, my wild throw at the stumps,
So hold on, who was your best player?
Ben King.
Oh, you did go
Yeah,
with Ben King.
But my throw at the stumps is a man that's going to win a Brownlow.
He's in the middle, played a lot of games in the middle this year.
Is he going to go?
Sam Flanders.
Okay.
Sam Flanders
Wow.
is 22 years old.
Yeah.
He finished the season with 33, 31, 32, 27, 23, 36, 29 and 2.
Yeah.
He's winning a Brownlow. I can't wait for the markets to open up.
He's got. So you think he'll be a better player than
How
Noah?
deep in the futures
Yep.
are you getting here?
Yep.
Wow.
Mate, yeah, I think Noah Anderson's... Flanders, I don't know. Talking to Sarong that day about it, how
Yeah.
they reckon how powerful and like he was like a Petrarca-ish, and then they've rubbed that out of him and he's turned into a runner.
The freak from the creek, they call him.
Yeah, I just reckon he's... I just reckon now that he feels comfortable and confident at the level, I'm aroused.
That's a legitimate throw. at the
Timmer's going
stumps.
right in on him. Oh, interesting news tidbit at the end over middle last night. I'm
Oh.
assuming it's news, but Alex Rant's going to do some work at the Gold Coast.
Oh,
is
and
that right?
Sean
Yeah.
Grigg as well.
Yeah, Sean Griggs going to
I don't reckon the Rants part's out there. I don't
Well,
think
Alex
I-
Rance is...
I heard it. There's an article on
Had
it,
you
yeah.
heard that?
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
Do you know
There you
Sean
go.
Grigg taught me how to do a reverse kanga back in the day?
Did he? Yeah, where was this at?
Oh, under 13.
That's so good.
There you go.
Oh,
All
Nick,
right,
here we go.
Let's jump to...
Gold Coast Airport.
Who are we going to jump to? Okay, we'll go to Carlton. So Carlton, that's another one in the same mould as Collingwood, where they actually don't have a lot of youth.
No.
When you look across the list.
This is a very good exercise to do when you want to do some list analysis for the future because you're like, holy crap, it drops off a cliff.
They better be good over the next few years.
Yeah.
They
haven't got a Sam Flanders sitting up there.
They don't have a Sam Flanders sitting up their sleeve. So the most likely is probably going to be a 28-year-old Sam Walsh.
Oh, yeah, that's the answer.
That's the one. He's going to be the best player in 5 years.
Yeah.
But
How old will Curnow be in 5 years?
He'll be like 30-odd.
Yeah,
Curnow's another one who's older. Yeah, 31.
I think it starts with a 3. 30.
30-odd. I think he's 26.
So 30 or
he'll be
37, right?
30-ish.
Okay.
He'll be somewhere between, who's just turned 30? I don't know. Someone at Scott Pendlebury.
Yeah, no, he'll be 27 starting next season.
So he'll be 32.
Yeah, he's
I'll
only
be 31,
older than you
32.
think.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
So probably going to be Sam Walsh.
Yeah.
A couple of long shots. I really liked.
Oh, what about my man? Dave hates him.
Wait, which one's
No, if you say it starts with S.
Wait, I did have it right down there.
T.
Tom, T, there's T and a D
No,
and a
don't.
K. Tom
Move
De
on.
Koenig,
Move
29. You need to throw the stumps.
Is
They
he
don't
your
have any young
stumps?
players.
Is he your stumps?
I've got 2 players listed as my stumps. He's the wilder
There
one.
must be something there. They're offering big deals.
Mate,
but
there's
I
actually
don't
not.
see it.
There's
like it.
not. Oh, you mean I think on the
with
list.
him, with
No,
him.
I'm
Let's
still
talk
on
about
the
young
board.
players.
I'm on board.
The other one is Adam Cherry. I really liked what he did this year.
What'll he be, 30?
He'll be
He could win.
28.
He could
wow.
win their best and fairest. Or I don't know
think
where
he will.
I think he wins the
Where,
best
what
first
games
this
did he
year.
miss though with hamstrings?
Yeah, it'll
I
be
think
him.
they
Do you know
all
what I mean?
did
If he
though.
missed enough,
Curnow probably wins it.
Oh, Curnow,
Yeah.
sorry,
His
yeah.
standout year.
But I reckon Cherry was up to his years in it.
Cherry will be right there.
And on the weekend, he was pretty close to best on.
Well, Akers was best on.
Akers was best on.
Geez,
yeah.
tough weekend for Freo.
Yeah, Akers
Akers was
and
best
Cherry
on.
in the final.
Chera. Brad Hill was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And Jesse Hogan was moving around.
Yeah,
okay.
but at least in the Brad Hill deal, they got Blake Akers back. So
And the pick that got Sarong, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was
Oh,
that
that's
pick?
true. Yeah,
it's
take
not
But I
that.
bad.
mean, it was funny that those 4 players played well.
Yeah, it is a tough weekend.
Okay, this is me. I will go. This is a dull one. The middle is dull. Richmond. My goodness. We're talking about guys who the
no
list
young-
drops out. Holy shit. This is the biggest
Let's start a
dropout.
watch list: Collingwood, Carlton, Richmond.
Yeah. So Richmond, Jacob Hopper will be 31 going on 32, and we wouldn't have put him
Still
in
have
anyway.
6 years left on that deal.
Yeah.
Well, that
And
deal
Dimmer-
will still be going.
Dimmer
Yeah.
will be watching him from the Gold Coast.
But that should have been the deal when they shook hands with Gale. Said, yeah, no worries. You can go to the Gold Coast, but you're taking Hopper.
Yeah.
And Jacob Hopper's a nice player, don't be wrong,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
his 7-year
Another 7
contract's
year, nice
outrageous.
Tim Taranto will be 30 and about to turn 31.
No, give him
So
another 3.
there is some chance he's still the guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to lock in Bolton as the likely.
Would it be 29 or
29 going on 30.
Yeah, it's probably still.
It's
Yikes.
his
How
last
old's Noah
good year.
Bolter?
Bolter will be 28 going on 29. So I had him in my short list as a potential throw at the stumps because they don't have any throws at the
No.
stumps.
No.
My other throw at the stump was Gibcus. He's a high draft pick. The hope would be he develops into an all-Australian
From a good
defender.
family. I've met the parents a few times.
Yep.
Nice people.
Okay.
Has anyone got kids, like father sons, coming through the ranks?
Yeah, what's Richo's kids doing?
Yeah.
Nah, so for me, I'm going to lock in Bolton, although I feel like he'll be on the downward trend, and I'll have to say Gibcus is my throw at the stumps. It gets rough for
How
Richmond
fast does
really
the arse fall
quickly,
out of this over the next couple of years?
really quickly, like really quickly.
So that's whoever's picked 1 to 5 in the next few years, that's be the Richmond's best player.
Well,
in
they
the
don't
next
have
few
this year's pick, so that's
true.
I
Do
looked
they
at that. I was
have-
going
yeah.
to go.
The Giants got that.
Yeah, I was going to go cheeky and say, "Oh, it'll be whoever they pick this
they
year,"
don't have
but
it.
they don't have one.
Geez, Giants, if they have a good run and get to a prelim and they've got a couple of picks up their sleeve, they could get a
Yeah,
little
they
bit
got
fruity with a.
Do they have 2 top 10s? No, that was when they were at bottom of the
No,
ladder.
but they could be a little fruity with like a Cadman and
Richmond's coming. GWS coming up soon. They were a lot
Yeah.
harder for a different reason.
Yeah, and I loved Darcy Jones. Did an ACL, but I loved him.
Yeah.
The Colts and that.
nice kid too.
WA.
All right, let's head to Footscray.
Footscray.
A disappointing season.
Wouldn't mind them going back to Footscray.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
I'm 100% in on that.
Yeah.
So the thing is to capture the western suburbs.
Yeah, we
but,
get that.
But does anyone in the western suburbs go, shit, Western stands for bloody
Yeah.
Yeah,
my
just
area?
say Footscray.
Footscray, I love it.
Footscray's
Because
got
the
some,
VFL's Footscray.
Yeah, and it's got some charm too. The
Yeah.
it's like got some vintage
Real
throwback
Oh, it does,
vibes.
mate, yeah. And Footscray stands just like the.
Yeah.
It's not the
Tough.
wealthiest area. It's tough.
Tough.
Yeah.
Although it's a bit,
Rows.
it's a bit like trendy now, isn't it? Hasn't it been sort of gentrified a little bit?
Yeah, I know, all that area. Man.
Everything
It's
is,
close
yeah.
to the city.
Everything within 2 hours of the
Yeah,
CBD.
yeah. All right, so you got your Bontempellis and all those guys who are pretty handy. But the answer
How old
is...
will Bont be, though?
Well, the answer is, don't worry, but the answer is Jamara.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jamara's
yeah.
the answer. We don't
Yeah.
need to worry about
Bont
anymore.
well, how old will Bont be? I just want
32.
to... Yeah, so, yeah, okay. No, it's Jamara for sure.
And
He's
don't
shown
anyone
this is
fact
the
check
year.
these ages. We're just throwing numbers out there.
I checked mine, but yes, don't don't rely on these guys.
Don't rely on me. no.
Jamara will be like 26, right?
Yeah, so this year he went from 31 contested marks up from 17. So
Big jump.
that, if he can get up to 50 or whatever he needs to do there, that's huge.
Even
He's a long-
30, and 30 plus is a lot.
and his kicking conversion was an issue. He went 50% goal to, and then that's not including the ones he shanks out in the full.
You know,
or
it
touch on
feels
the
like
line.
we're going to have one of those seasons soon where every talk show is talking about Jamari Ugle-Hagen's inaccuracy.
Yeah.
And then he'll fix it. And they're like,
Well, it's a nice-
that's going to
it's a
come.
nice
you know,
looking kick.
We had the same ones with Danaher. I think, did we have that with
Danaher.
Buddy at one?
Yeah,
Danaher's
Danaher.
kicking was always,
Well, it is
Danaher's kicking.
atrocious.
Yeah, it still is.
So the one thing I did note, giant miss. I know we're not doing Freo, but
Amos.
he's following Jamara's tracking in terms of not goals, but no disposals.
Yeah.
So Jamara last season was struggling to get 10 touches.
Yep.
Then this year had quite a few, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18
Yeah, get a
touches.
bit more of the footy.
Bit more of the footy. So Jamara will be it. The answer is the up-and-coming is James O'Donnell. Cat B rookie 2023.
Yeah.
He's the answer, mate. Hasn't been in the system long. Centre half back.
He's the wild card
He's
throw.
the wild card throw.
No, Bailey Smith is
Nah.
just out of
Nah.
this
None of that
conversation.
blitz halves just sort of like finds a level.
Something like
of
that,
No
and just-
base.
it
What
could
about
be-
Sam Darcy? I thought you'd have a throw with that. No.
No, you asked for a wild card. I'm not going to put the number 2 draft pick in. I put James O'Donnell in, the Cat B
Very wild.
rookie.
It's a very wild throw.
And I just saw enough at the end of the year. Competitor, good size, moves well.
Like it.
Sure.
I'll go Brisbane.
Bowls quick.
So the most likely is, of course, Will Ashcroft, who's going to be 24 in 5 years' time.
Wow.
What a shame he's pinged an ACL. Now there's
Sucks.
just something in your back of your mind that goes,
Is he going to get?
well, if he does another
Is he
one,
going to be the same?
Who's that? Was Raoul an ACL?
No, shoulder. wasn't it?
shoulders.
Shoulder. Yeah, just
and
kind
did
of
he have
worked
an
out.
ankle as well or something?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds
he
right.
had a couple of bad things. Reece Palmer did an ACL.
Did
in the
I
first
reckon
game,
Rao
second
did
year.
an MCL as well, didn't he?
He did a few things.
Could
I feel
have,
like.
yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think he's done an ACL though. No,
No, not an ACL.
But I think people, it tends to be that there's more who come back fine than who are hampered by
These
it, I
days,
feel
it's a
like
lot
these
different.
Oh, now
days.
it's fine. Yeah, yeah.
It's not like it used to be.
So I've got him there as a 24-year-old. There's a no contest there. But the long shot,
There we go.
should bloke on the weekend.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Did a few very nice things, very powerful things. He's got quite a powerful rump. And he pushes through the man. Cam Rayner, he'll be 27
Oh, come
years old.
on, mate.
It's going to click. It's
I thought he was
starting
going
to
to say
click.
Jasper Fletcher, who was really good on the
No,
weekend.
but he's on the list. My other one on the short list. Well, I'm trying to go a bit more.
Cam Rayner was the number one draft
Yeah,
pick.
who
Yeah,
hasn't
but
met his levels.
But like as you
I don't
now,
reckon that's a throw.
But I reckon his base is now. Okay, well, what about Levi Ashcroft? Is that a throw?
Yeah, that's a throw.
Now we're going.
So
now.
he's coming in next year.
Is he born yet?
Yeah, he's coming in next year as a father-son.
Okay.
Not this year's draft, next year's draft.
Well, Jasper
I believe.
Fletcher's sitting right there.
Yeah, I
offended.
liked it, but I thought he
Clearly you
Nathan-
don't like Jasper
Nathan
the
Fletcher.
Brown.
first round pick who kicked 3 goals on
Yeah.
his first final. He's not. I don't consider that a long shot.
Nathan, well, it's a bloody long shot. Nathan Brown said in one of his Triple M Hitch Caravan, one of the segments that's a bit out there,
Yeah.
you got to make a bit of
Yeah.
a call.
Yeah.
I'm sure he said that Fletcher's going to be better than Ashcroft at the end of the journey.
Yeah.
But the wild throw it out there,
Yeah.
stab in the dark.
A wild throw at the stumps.
I'm certainly,
This is what
I'm
we're trying to
certainly
do
not throwing that opinion in the bin after that first final.
here. Hey, look
No,
very
he
good.
did look
He
very
looked very, very
composed,
good.
didn't he?
Okay.
Peter's old man, what, he kicked more goals in his finals than his old man in his first game?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah. yeah.
Not your best effort there, Nick, but we'll give it a
Mate,
pass.
all right. It's a good one.
Okay, I'm going to go a good one this time. Adelaide, the Adelaide Crows. So Jordan Dawson will be 31 at that point.
Yeah, nah.
Just on the edge of.
Yeah,
yep,
no.
he'll
How many
still-
31-year-olds are the best players in the team at the moment?
Yeah, not many. He'll still be a good player, though.
Of course he will.
Okay, so Isaac Rankin will be 28 at that stage. Josh Rochelle will be 25. The obvious answer is it's one of those two guys, right?
So, yeah, the two Norm Smith medalists by that point.
I'm going to
A
say
couple in the back
I'm going to
pocket.
give it to Rochelle. I'm going to say Rochelle can be 25. He'll be spending more time in the middle. Classy player. A little bit of dickhead to him, which I like.
Spunk.
Yeah, spunk. Yeah, that's a better word for it. And so I'm going to lock in him as my best player
Yeah.
at that point. I didn't even consider Phil Thorpe. I know he's young and there's still some room to grow.
Yeah, it doesn't
Didn't
feel like
even-
he's a 60, 70.
So the throw at the stumps, I got two guys. One, I just like him. I think maybe I overrate him slightly, but I reckon there's something about Jake Saligo. There's something about this guy they got to persist with.
What's his capacity though? Like, what's his maximum?
Yeah, but
they pull him.
That's my concern.
They pull him off a lot.
I think.
Sorry,
Hey,
take him off the field.
What a
lot.
lucky bugger he is.
Yeah, hello.
So he's already peaked.
Yeah.
Adelaide don't need any more controversy here.
The other guy that I really like, and I feel like this is the kind of dude who could be in the All-Australian squad or team by the time he's 22 and just be that guy who's always in the mix for an All-Australian jumper. Michael Laney, I love that dude.
Yeah, I do love
I reckon
him.
he's this year. No one talked about him because he was a boring defender, but he didn't get beaten that often. He was always composed.
The Isaac Quainer wave of people start to notice you.
He's
And
got a few-
they go,
correct.
oh, here we go. He's had 3 goals kicked on him in 21 weeks. And you
Yeah.
go, oh, and then all of a sudden the momentum comes. You get the All-Australian team, and then you don't get out of it.
So
Exactly.
I get
And that's this
a
guy.
few Sam Taylor vibes from Michael Loney.
He's a bit
That'd be
short.
much different
One-on-one
height,
stuff.
He's a
eh?
bit shorter.
Yeah, but in terms of the one-on-one stuff,
yeah, he just
he just doesn't-
He looks like a pro straight
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
He's 18 still. I
it
think.
doesn't overextend himself.
He's
going
19,
the other
so
way.
he'll be 24. So he's my throw at the stumps. Rochelle is my best player in 5 years. And
like it.
with apologies to Rankin, but I just, again, the small forward
And
thing.
he'll be fine. He'll have a cup of Norm Smith by then. He'll be happy.
We must be moving along. I've only got 2 teams to go.
I'll go Geelong. One of those clubs that you've got a little bits there, but like nothing's really jumping off the page.
I reckon we struggled with them last year when we
Yeah,
did this.
Sam DeConey I've gone with, who
Yeah.
came off a disappointing year, 36 contested marks last year, and only 12 this year. So
Yeah,
I thought
he was injured a lot this year, wasn't he?
22.
Yeah, he was at the
they
start.
played a lot
Yeah,
of
the
the
face
season.
mask.
Yeah.
22
was that
games.
about?
Did he play 22?
No, 22 years old, sorry.
Oh.
Let me check how many games he played. But Geelong are just tough to watch at the moment with their young kids. There's not a lot there. Tanner Bruin and the young kid Clark.
Jai Clark.
Jai Clark.
Obviously, young high recruits. So he played 19 games this year.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I would have guessed way less than that.
Yeah, 19
Very
games
under
this
the
year.
radar year from Dakota.
Yeah, nothing. And but I still think he's got that. It could be like a Darcy Moore ceiling.
Yeah, I think so. He could be the All-Australian
yeah.
fullback for
Yeah,
sure at
I
some
think
point.
so.
Yeah.
So that's the one I think will be their best player. And Nick, one for you, the wild card.
Oh, hey. Hello.
Oceans.
Lapping up on the shore.
What? That's
Here he comes.
stupidity.
What are you talking about,
Who
mate?
else is there?
Well, Ollie Dempsey, Mitch Nevitt.
Who? Who
Am
are
I
these
saying
people?
names that you guys have never heard
I
of?
know they are
Yeah.
blonde, but no. Like at least it's seen the ocean
ceiling.
touch the pill.
I like
Yeah.
Ollie Dempsey a lot. Jai Clark's probably the answer.
Get out of the way. Why you hate the
Ocean.
Irish?
You guys are so in on
Why you
Ocean.
hate the
That's
Irish?
wild, mate. Well, he's the one with the
Ocean.
ceiling. He's new to the game.
Come
Okay.
on, mate. He'll probably go home and win Mayo and All Ireland in the off
I
season
saw
and then come back and win another one.
O'Connor got one.
Yeah, he went back and played.
Played in
They're
there.
starting to do it. There used to be like no go, but
Yeah.
now they're kind of like, yeah, go over.
Well, you think
Have a
too
dip.
if it helps keep you
Yeah,
to go
and it
home
makes
for-
them a bit less angry about more people coming as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, and also stays fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
like it.
Although,
I like it.
yeah, I know, he's probably drinking 15 Guinnesses a day.
Yeah, now he's
Well,
slammed.
that's right too. Is there protein in Guinness?
Sure.
Surely,
It's there's
chewy.
like 2% on there as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
sure. Okay, yeah. Geez, not sure about Ocean. He gets more play on this podcast than bloody.
Well, I only
Deserve
put it in
it.
there because that's how depleted they are.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll go Essendon. Talk about another one where it's just like I don't know who to pick here.
Well, their
Oh,
big
this-
three aren't a big three anymore.
No, they don't.
Who were the big three?
Cox,
Oh,
Perkins,
those guys, yeah.
and Harry
Jones. Yeah, so that was I thought about a 30-year-old Will Setterfield just to give Rhino a little pump up, but it's
Don't.
probably not going to
Don't.
be
He'd
the
be
case.
his fifth club by then. I'll still be talking myself into it.
He would have played at all 18.
He
by
is
then.
playing at Footscray. The actual twos.
So I'm just going with the obvious Tasadas showed a bit in the last couple of games.
Well,
if it's going to be anyone, it's going to be
huge
him.
on him.
Hold on. What about our man Ben Hobbs?
No,
No, but he's not. He's
One
a number
post.
2 man.
yeah, I think he's a very good player. But
Yeah.
you're not going to. If he's your best player,
Okay.
So that's what I did consider him, but I went with Sardis.
he's going to be a good player.
I love Ben Hobbs.
Yeah. So
What's he do that you love?
He's just he's consistent.
Yeah.
And he uses it pretty well. He
But
does
he's
everything
not-
pretty
but
well.
He's not
Gotta
the
be a
same
hard
as what the
note about
players
him.
have named though.
Not dynamic.
No.
I give you that. He's not dynamic.
And then the long shot ones, it was not as much of a long shot, but Nick Martin's going to be 27.
I reckon he's at his ceiling.
Is this your throw?
Yeah, but that's the thing. But I don't know that they've got anyone else coming through. This
that
is
your
a throw
throw?
at the stumps. So him and Cox are the two. Again, they don't have any other young players. They don't have a lot of young players to pick from.
Yeah.
So Cox will be 26. And yeah, Cox and Perkins, I just couldn't. Because Cox has the height
Is
that
Zach
he can do
Thatcher
some other
leaving?
things.
It sounds like he might. I don't know. I haven't heard that. So you reckon he could be a throw at the stumps?
Throw at the stumps, maybe.
Yeah,
As a
it's
one-time All-Australian type?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
but it's pretty
it's
bland.
grim.
Yeah.
All those big
This
clubs.
this Victorian football is not looking like promising in 5
Oh, it's a
years'
bit rich
time.
coming from us.
Well, the difference.
Well, yeah, right
I
now,
also
no-
think
no
you
good in
find
WA.
too those big Victorian clubs have figured out that they can attract
They can replenish
free
quicker.
agents.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they do consistently get big names in the door. Even Essendon gets a lot of free agents. So I think you'll find that that's part of
yeah,
their
but they get a
thinking.
lot of free agents because they pay massive overs.
Yeah, but that's fine. You just keep regenerating your list. At
I don't know
some
if
point,
it
the
is
bottom.
fine.
At some point, the bottom will fall out.
If you keep paying B graders like they're A graders, you just end up with a team full of B graders.
Well, you do what Collingwood did, and you reset. You throw everybody
Yeah,
out.
Yeah, you sell them off, yeah.
Yeah. Is it me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I really wanted to save GWS till last, so I'm gonna. No, I'll do them now. Okay, Josh Kelly will be 33. We can rule a line through him.
Brilliant on the weekend.
Very good on the weekend. Now, this is hard because they have two guys who I think you could absolutely say could hold this mantle.
So one's a 3-time Brownlow medalist I'm thinking of.
Tom Green,
Yeah.
your son. Yeah. Do you think he'll thank you in the speech, or would that be weird?
I think so.
It'd be weird, but I haven't paid child support. I don't deserve that.
That's true. Yeah.
Never
I'm
been
still,
there.
I'm still fighting that in the family courts.
Yeah. Because you want to start paying so you can get at the
Yeah,
Brownlow.
now, just in case something happens and there's a will. And
Well, he'll be 27, so by that time, smack bang in his
oh,
prime.
I just love that smoke. Bring all the
Maybe,
smoke. whatever it
actually, I
is.
think it'll be the other way around. He'll be suing you for part of sports nuts, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Just wants the
yeah.
inheritance.
there's just slowly there.
Sam Taylor will be 29. By that point, a 6-time All-Australian, no
The
doubt.
only thing is, can your fullback be your best
Well,
player?
yeah, that's your argument. So I think it's going to be Tom Green. I love Sam Taylor, as you know. Lockie Ash should be 27. Thought about him as the
No,
throw at the
yeah,
stumps, but no. The obvious throw at the stumps would be Finn Callahan, but he might be too obvious.
Yeah, pick 4 and
Would he?
playing every game.
I know, he's a star.
That's okay.
Okay, well, I also talked myself into Cadman a little bit because I was going to be 24 at that
He's
point.
also pick 1. We
He's
go
pick
pick
one.
one argument.
It's very hard with
Hang on.
him. It's very hard with
I
him.
know, he was
So-
a conditional pick 1.
The
but
kid
he
I
was
like
pick 1.
is Rouston, Harry Rouston. He's only
The
19
blonde?
though. No, he's a little sort of. He kind of reminds me of Schomburg, little stocky
Yeah,
little
stocky fella.
Yeah, but it's Green, and I'm going to put Callahan. It's
So
far
if-
out there good.
If a club came to the Giants, call it North Melbourne,
Yeah,
came to the Giants and said, mate, we'll give you pick 15 for Cadman.
no,
Not taking it?
no. You've spent pick 1 on him, and he's a young key
Have you
forward.
seen anything?
He played a couple of good games.
No,
He
he
was
didn't.
okay.
They didn't.
There was some moments.
No, I don't know.
He
if
was
they-
playing ahead of time.
What did he kick? 15 goals for the year?
Oh, shit, no.
No, I wouldn't think.
He wouldn't have had 15 touches.
Oh, come on.
There was some pretty, I think we brought it up earlier in the year. Is he playing on Broadway? He would have been under
Mate,
the
how many
spotlight a
touches
lot.
do you reckon he played 12 games. How many touches do you reckon he had?
I don't know.
Overall?
54.
60? Yeah. How many
Yeah.
goals did he kick?
He went 3, 6, 6, 3, 2, 4, 5, 7, 3, 4, 5,
He's
6.
a young key forward. How many goals did he kick?
How many do you reckon? 15. 6.
6 goals?
Yes, mate.
Yes, it's
Okay,
a bit-
that's
yeah.
way understood where I thought he was. Jesus.
But no, I think
Didn't he
you-
have one game where he kicked 3?
No. Dickhead.
Did he?
No. No. Mate, I'm a Giants man.
Maybe I'm thinking the VFL numbers when they were like, oh, Cadman's
Maybe,
kicked
yeah.
5.
He did have a big game.
Yeah,
they
he
they
did,
won by
yeah.
100 and something.
Yeah.
It was like this.
Jolly
Look,
goose.
I'm not selling the shares in Cadman to a
No,
point where I'm
but that
going
was
from
just
pick
a-
1 to pick 15 in a year.
But you also made him. You
a
got to
waste.
pick 1 because you wanted to get him in. They're gonna warehouse him for a
No,
bit.
yeah.
Or
no.
what about for a player to help?
Have to be a
depends who it
really good
is.
player.
Yeah.
This is
But
a
you don't
20, a
reckon Giants are in their
19-year-old
window?
key forward.
Giants are in their window, obviously now.
Yeah,
We've
but I
seen
don't
that.
think they need another one to like.
to help Hogan. Like,
Oh,
bloody oath they do.
as a forward, yeah, but
So
I don't
like,
think you're gonna get.
if
In a year,
Let me think about
in
it.
a year, we could be talking about Cadman the same way we're talking about Amos. This is how quickly these young guys can come on. Like, you got to give them time.
I don't know about that.
Ca-
But 2 years. 2 years. I think
You
he's
guys are
coming
so
off a lower base.
short-sighted. The recency.
But I'm not.
I'm
yeah,
not
I'm
out
not
of
getting rid
Cadman,
of
I'm still
Cadman.
getting first round
You just
value
sold him for a 15th pick.
Still first
15th
round.
pick.
14 pick slide in a year.
Jeez.
Not the end of the world.
I think
Why do you
the-
hate Aaron Cadman?
I don't love him.
You don't, do you?
Just trying to think who.
I think the
Who are
list
you trying to
manager's
give?
doing him
Darcy
I'm
too.
trying to think of a
Tucker.
club. I'm trying to think of a club.
Yeah, this is the problem. You're not going to
It's
get
North
value.
Melbourne. Is
Yeah,
the
but who
club.
are you going to get in for him?
Yeah, well, they got pick 2 and 3.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what,
lucky.
you give me 2, I'll give them to you.
Give me
Sold.
Larky and you can have him. Like,
Oh,
go
I'll
for
move
it.
on.
Okay,
Port
so-
Adelaide.
You're in you. Go.
Port Adelaide Football Club. It's obviously 2 players.
Yep. Well, there's 3 in the conversation. If you want to put Horn Francis.
Yeah,
I thought you were
he's
gonna
not
say
in it.
Dylan.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say Dylan.
So we
Williams
talk a
for sec.
lot about Horn Francis.
It's Dylan Williams.
It's Dylan
He's going to be a good player.
Yeah.
We talk about him way too much.
I'm fascinated to see who he chooses here. Do you want
Butter
us to
than
say who
Rosie.
we
Yeah,
choose first?
Yeah.
Oh,
I know who you're going to say.
I'll say Rosie just to play
Because
devil's
you're a
advocate.
flog. It's Butters. It's clearly Butters.
It's I have backed Butters to win the Brownlow this
Here we
year.
go. He's going to swerve.
Yeah.
But I've gone Rosie. I reckon Rosie's got that
Yeah,
tiny.
mm.
It's a little bit. It could be a little bit Clayton Oliver, Petrarca.
5%.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, 5% on the day either way.
Yeah, but
That
you're an
sort of-
Oliver man in that scenario. And isn't Butters Oliver?
yeah, no,
Yeah.
I am a Petrarca man in terms of, I love Clary, but for one big game, just give me Petrarca. No, you can't split it, but do you
It's
know
a
what I mean?
good problem to have. It's
Oh,
like
I
picking
think-
between your
yeah.
kids.
The
It's
Rosie,
really
like
hard.
the 55 one-step goals.
Yeah, does
that's
Rosie
just
have
like, oof.
like one little step up to go?
But look,
Yes.
Rosie he's more likely to have 35 and kick 4.
Yeah.
But Butters
Butters like 36 and
man, he's
8
a full
tackles.
package, that kid.
No, they're both amazing. So
Who's the captain? It should be Butters, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The style of play.
Captain Butters.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'd also say Clary would be a captain type to Petrarca. Contested and
yeah,
tough.
I'd say.
and-
Yeah, although I do like Tracker's personality.
But I'm sure you like Rosie too.
I do. They're all great.
Imagine having those two.
And
Same draft.
And my wild
Here we
throw
go.
at the
Is
stumps.
it Dylan Williams?
George Giardis.
Jason Horn-Francis.
Oh, come on. Have a real throw.
Nah, I was going to go Marshall, but
I don't mind
yeah,
that.
I looked at Marshall, but he
The weekend,
age-
did you?
If it was
He'd be
3
like
years,
29, wouldn't he?
yeah, if it was 3 years' time, I was going to say Marshall.
Do you know
I
who
miss
looks good? Is
Georgiades,
this-
love.
Ollie Lord looks bloody good, doesn't he?
Did on the
yeah,
weekend.
how cooked are the defence of
yeah.
Adelaide this game?
GWS is probably the favourite, right?
Well, they're not.
But they should be.
Yeah, no,
If
they're
it was
not.
if it was anywhere else, they would be.
Well, that's Jake Colvin's pushing that old mate who we love, who's a utility, who's kicking goals, who was from GWS.
Finlayson.
Finlayson needs to go back this week because they've got no one else.
Yeah.
He might actually be able to do it.
Yeah. Well, that's fair. Yeah.
And bring Dixon in.
Well, that's the message. That's the message. Exact message my little brother sent me was no key backs with Jonas and Mackenzie going down. They have to put Finlayson back and bring Charlie back.
Yeah, they just
that's
have to.
it.
Finlayson plays best when he doesn't have a
role?
specific lockdown task, I think you might find. But for one game, can he do it?
No, has
Maybe. Yeah.
GWS, here we come.
Okay.
All right, we'll go with Fremantle. So I found it hard to split, and I was back and forth between these two a lot.
This is a good, strong young list.
This is a strong young list, but the best player in 5 years. Can I say both of them?
No.
So I was
No.
back and forth.
So who would seem?
Fremantle.
Fair, so.
I know who it should be. Oh, well.
No,
No, see, this is my thing. There's
No.
two. There's two.
Oh, you
that
go.
I like.
It's, for me, it's Luke Jackson.
Hayden Young.
I said Luke Jackson and Amos.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is the thing, right? No one mentioned Sarong, who will be 27.
Yeah, who will be just a stellar, like,
which is insane.
probably
And
have
no one mentioned
4
Andy
Australians.
Brayshaw, who was like almost a Brownlow
Well,
medalist
that's what I
last
thought.
year.
I thought because they were just a half step older than them.
Yeah.
So they might have just peaked and gone over, and then these guys are peaking behind them.
Of all the teams we've discussed, they're the ones who are jam packed with them.
Yeah.
Probably GWS is the other one with that high end kid.
Yeah.
Like any of them could be the guy.
So I went Jackson.
It could be any of them.
I went Jackson, but I was so close to going Amos.
Yeah, Amos.
Hey, you threw me when you tried to correct it. I would have said Amos.
He
Amos.
said a miss, and I said it's Amos.
Amos.
It's Amos. So the thing with Jackson is he's only 21
If he touches
right
it
now.
more than 8 times a game, I'll know.
Well, yeah, sure.
He's
He's
only
only kicked 40. You don't need
Oh,
to touch,
mate,
mate.
it's and
Touch to
no,
goals.
No pre-season either.
Yeah.
So-
The size of Jackson and what he's been able to do as a 21-year-old already
Yeah.
would say that his trajectory is going to be significant.
Well, that'll be 26
right?
and 24
Up.
in
Yeah,
5 years.
it's-
Jackson
And this is
Hayden Young.
and Jai. And Hayden Young will be about
this
the
is
same,
why I've
26,
been screaming
27.
all year about pumping the brakes on the Freo misery, because that list is so young and so high end at the talent level with the young guys. Like
They
it's
jumped
freaking
last year,
nuts.
but
5 good players don't do it, though. They need to fix a lot of
But
areas.
they've got their stars. They've got them. Like fix
can
the
get the
areas
plotters.
around them. You can fix the areas around them, and they've proven they can do that in the past. Good drafts,
And then the
late draft
the
picks.
shot at throw at the stumps. Heath Chapman,
Oh yeah, I love that.
26.
Yeah, I love that.
Playing as a defender, but I don't know what he's like.
I'd play him as a
he
key
might
defender.
I love
Play him
Heath
as a
Chapman.
key defender, then back.
Get rid
Could
of
be.
full-blown negating and just go a little bit.
I reckon that's what cooked them a bit on the wings this year too, because they thought they would have Heath Chapman, but they have to they could have experimented with Jordan Clark, but they didn't want to.
When they
wanted to
first
defender.
got him, I think they thought, hey, there's a world where this kid could be a midfielder.
Yeah, probably
Now that
not
they've put
now.
Young in there, I don't think you need them both in there, but he's a super talent. He just needs to get his body right. That's Nick. Good by you.
How tall is Heath Chapman?
I reckon he'd be 193, 4, yeah, around that range.
193.
Yeah.
If you're 3 centimetres taller, I was going to say he could be like a Sam Taylor.
Yeah.
Just
probably
scraps a bit
second or
like that.
Yeah. He takes you medium
Too
forward
small.
and he kills them. Okay, my last club is Melbourne. Petrarca will be 33 just about by that
Gee,
point.
their top end will be old.
Yep, Oliver will have just turned 31, so I'm going to put a line through him, although I wish I could just pick him because it gets hard not to. Okay, so their best player at 27 will probably be Cozzy Pickett. He was 27 years old.
How many small forwards are best players in competition in their teams? How many?
Well, I would argue that Pickett
He's got to kick 80.
I would argue that Pickett won't just be a small forward. I think.
Who was I arguing for? What was the player I was talking about?
Bobby Hill.
Yeah, Bobby Hill, that's right.
So Pickett, I think, is a level above.
I don't think
Bobby.
so.
Yeah, no,
You
I don't think
think
so.
so?
Not this
Nah,
year.
disagree.
Okay, well, I really like Cozzy Pickett still. I don't know why you guys hate him.
Oh, I'm not,
He killed a guy.
I like both.
He's a
I like
murderer.
both equally.
Well, you'll find out why I chose Cozzy Pickett because the next option is Trent Rivers. He's 27 at the same time.
Are they on
I
their
can't see
same
him
watch
being the
list,
best
are
guy.
they?
What's Jordan?
Jordan.
James Jordan. James Jordan?
What?
What's his name?
James Jordan?
James Jordan.
How old's he?
I don't know.
Jordan.
James Jordan.
What's
He's
his
your
name?
best guy in 5 years? Throw at the stumps?
Holy
Throw at the
shit!
stumps?
No.
Okay.
Okay. What? Are you Nick? What's happened here?
I don't know. I've had a stroke.
Is he playing? Is he on the list? Yeah.
Is he still getting a game?
Yes.
James Jordan.
Yeah.
How old?
No, I've got the wrong one. Hang on.
I reckon you do.
Let me get the right one up and we'll go back.
Ridley
Are you
from
talking about
Essendon?
like Sparrow or
No.
Spargo or one of
No,
those
you just
dudes?
shut up and keep talking. I'm going to get me player up I like.
Are you talking about Jacob Van Rooyen?
No, I'm talking about... Where's my man?
He doesn't-
Is it James Jordan?
He doesn't exist.
No, it is Sparrow.
It's
Okay,
Sparrow.
yeah,
Sparrow,
Okay,
Sparrow,
Captain Jack Sparrow. Yeah, it's not him. My throw at the stumps is Van Rooyen because they don't have anyone else. Like this is another big club that has nothing coming through. And
It's
fair enough,
Collingwood,
they've been
Carlton,
contending for a
Richmond,
while.
Geelong, Essendon, Melbourne.
Yeah, I would put them in that collection. Van Rooyen's the throw at the stumps, and the best player will be Pickett because they really don't have another obvious option. It's
do you
not
wear?
James Jordan.
Shut up. I need to find something out. Hang on, here we go. All right, let's rock it. Oh, we've got West Coast.
Oh, okay. I'm actually intrigued by this because there's only a few options, but I'm interested to see who you go
Well,
with.
Harley Reid.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
yeah.
That's that intriguing.
Well,
do you reckon they are going to go Harley Reid?
I
kinda
don't
got
think
it,
they've
don't
made a decision. I think if they get an overwhelming offer, it's not going to happen. But if North Melbourne went, here's 2 and 3, yeah, you do it.
Yes.
But if someone comes up and says, here's 6 and 15, then probably not.
James Jordan
it's
played
gotta be-
17 games this year, by the way.
How old is he?
He's fine.
22.
It's
Be
not going to be
27 in
James.
5 years' time.
Just threw a random name out.
Not going to be
23?
James Jordan. I don't know.
No?
I don't know, and I don't think anyone actually knows.
Okay.
But I think they'll look at all the options
In one, if I had to pick one on the list right now, it'd be Hewitt.
as you throw at the stumps.
Yeah, I
Well,
like Hewitt as an explosive.
There's just nothing there.
Oh, well, I would have said your safe pick is Jinby and your throw at the stumps is Hewitt.
Nah, I'm the
No,
other way
I
around.
think
right.
I see a high ceiling for
Hewitt
Hewitt.
went past Jimby.
This year, yeah, it's one. God,
The
you guys
legs.
are so quick to just judge.
Look at you
Well,
sit
no,
there like
Jimmy's
you're Kevin
gonna be-
Sheehan.
He traded Aaron Cadman. Like, I
just
said
threw-
1 year.
No, more my point was the Giants are going to be in
Pick
a
15.
The Giants are going to be in a prelim,
Yeah.
and they don't have a proper forward line. How can
Well,
you
yeah, this is
bolster
the-
that forward line?
How many teams? There's a lot of teams in the finals this year without proper forward lines.
Melbourne,
And it was
Even Collingwood's is weird.
Collingwood's a bit weird.
weird.
Yeah,
Collingwood is a bit weird. Who played Carlton? I've already lost it.
Sydney?
Sydney, even Sydney.
Sydney's
they're
a
very
young-
young. Sydney
yeah.
doesn't have a
Young
proper forward
forward
line.
Do you know why they don't have a forward line? Because
Buddy?
Papley and Heaney, who kicked about 80
yeah,
goals
go in
between
missing.
them last year, just do centre bounces.
Yeah, it's really odd, isn't
They're
it?
the year of overcomplicating it. Just play the forwards and forward line.
Yeah, there was a lot of bombing. There was a lot of Fremantle
I think they
forward 50
did.
entries on the
I
weekend.
think they did something like 27 centre bounces between them. Heaney and...
And
That's too many.
Was Heaney worst player on the ground? Champion data.
He did have a pretty shocking game.
put him in the goal square.
Yeah, I was watching that going, what is Isaac Heaney doing?
Yeah,
Yeah, then they
He's
put
so
Parker
much better
there.
than that.
Yeah, very strange.
Parker looked like he was going to win it for him for a moment. He had a couple of moments where he looked like he was going to tear it apart.
Do you do your throw at stumps? Oh, it was Hewitt.
Yeah, there's not much there to be...
All right, North Melbourne. We might as well wind it up for them. I think the
Then
most
we left
likely.
the Diets, the two clubs at the end.
Well,
the
that was,
young teams excite me more than the old teams.
That was
The
another-
old teams are
Well,
boring.
West Coast excites you?
Well, the conversation would have been, will it be Oscar? You guys have written him off by that point. Will it be Jinby? Will it be
traded him
Hewitt?
already.
Would it be Reid? Is there a stump throw guy that you could
No, there's no
launch
stump
into?
throws.
Stump throws. No, there isn't one.
There isn't one.
That was another Alex Rynne's line from last night at the Sandover. He said, the best thing about AFL is any team can win on any day, maybe except for North Melbourne and West Coast this year.
Well, that's probably been to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, maybe every year there's one team young.
There's usually a team.
But there's not two.
All right, give us yours.
So I went most obvious in 5 years. It's 2 ones where you would pick, but I went with Wardlaw
Over Sheasel.
Sheasel.
Oh.
Do you think Sheasel?
How old's LDU going to be in 5 years?
Yes, I didn't really check. 27, 28. I wanted something. You could just say LDU and you got George Wardlaw coming through,
Well,
right?
I think it is LDU, right? Unless he's 30 older than we think.
He'd be 20. Well, he'd be Brayshaw.
He'd be
age,
23.
So 28.
So he'd be 28. Mate, it's LDU.
Yeah, it's probably LDU.
It's LDU.
But George Wardlaw, I went Wardlaw over Sheasel.
No, hang on. I'm here for the argument
I like
here.
the Wardlaw.
I reckon
Okay.
they're pretty excited.
I love Wardlaw.
5 years, Wardlaw's
23.
Rosie's age.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 100 games of footy.
Well, I
And
think
Wardlaw's kind of like the Luke Parker
Yeah,
when
but
he
I
was
think-
right at his peak.
your hope is that LDU at that point is one of the 2 or 3
I
best
can't-
midfielders in
but
the
I also
AFL.
can't
That's what
back
you
that
need.
Like, he's your Bont Petrarca guy.
But I
Like,
think they're probably thinking Wardlaw can be that.
Yeah,
I love Wardlaw.
can't back in LDU off, a month at a time. Like I haven't seen a consistent season from him.
I'll get you some highlights.
Yeah, I've seen like some of the month at a time stuff is some of the best in the competition, but then it stops for a while
it's
and then
LDU
it comes
for
back
me.
for a bit.
Yeah. And so
Um,
Wardlaw's not really a throw at the stumps, is he?
What's
No,
Larky?
he was the most likely for me.
Oh,
What's
okay.
Larky doing? We're just kicking
Nah,
70
like,
goals.
he's older than you think.
30
He's
odd
like
by
27
then.
already.
Did you
Yeah,
just
true,
sign a
he's
5-year?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that doesn't stop anyone
Yeah,
signing
you're right. That
long-term
doesn't
deals.
stop anything.
The throw of the stumps this is probably my wildest throw of the
Here we
stumps.
go. This
But
will
I
be
just
good.
liked him, and I liked him coming through the draft, and every time I see him, there's something I like about him, which is Josh Goda.
Oh, okay.
Let's finish it.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he might have wind up from there.
Here we go.
This has been the
And
Hardball
not
Gets
the good
AFL
kind.
show. I want my Josh Goda supporters to come at us in the comments and let us know. Back him in. It's been the Hardball Gets AFL show, proudly brought to you by the Mazda BT50. You do you. We'll see you next time.